This morning, Friday, 6 a.m. departing Bundaberg. Moving on the Burnett River. The sun is about to rise. Heading out towards the Burnett River entrance, which is back to Burnett Heads. Okay, heading towards the Burnett River mouth, heading out towards Round Hill Creek. Round Hill Creek is just around Round Hill Head. And the wind today is going to be about 15 to 20 knots, so it's pretty light compared with the other days, so it'll be interesting. The other thing about getting to Round Hill Creek is that it is 53 nautical miles away, and according to my planning calculations, at 5 knots I'll get there about 1700 hours, which is 5 p.m. But with a bit of wind and good conditions, hopefully I'll be there 1 hour earlier. Other than that, well, happy sailing today. Beautiful sun's coming up again. Oh, wonderful. Almost out of the river entrance. That's Burnett Heads back there. As you can see, that's the river mouth, the embankment, and I'm heading out that way. The wind is very light today, and I'm only doing about 5.7, 5.96 knots an hour. It was even slower about half an hour ago. I was only doing about 3 to 4 knots. As you can see, it's very calm weather today. Prediction was 10 to 15 knots, but the swell is less than a meter. Very, very gentle. Lovely sailing compared with the swell and the rocking of the boat, but it's still exciting. Different conditions, but very, very nice. Very, very nice. I've logged into VMR Bundaberg. When I get to Round Hill Creek, I will log off and log into Round Hill Creek. Well, just heading out. That's where Burnett Heads was, and it's still on track. That's where I was in Burnett Heads, and as you can see, well on track.
Forecast for tomorrow, Saturday the 25th of July, winds variable about 10 knots, seas below 0.5 of a metre, swell easterly below 1 metre, increasing to 1 to 1.5 metres offshore. Weather partly cloudy, 20% chance of a shower offshore, south of Agnes Water in the morning. Near 0 chance of rain elsewhere.
Almost halfway there. It's a real struggle. The wind is so light that I have to put on the motor, and it's now being powered forward by a fuel consumption engine. Well, can't help it. I've burned half a tank of fuel already, and I have another 1.5 tank left to travel 24 nautical miles. Very light winds. Can't help it. this is part of sailing. The winds picked up a bit. Sometimes I'm getting 4, here we go, 4.2. And got my sails out. A bit of mucking around today. Bringing in the sails and then bringing out the sails, turning on the motor, turning off the motor. A bit of a handful. Haha! Oh, up to 5. Not quite, huh? Oh well, it'll come. Land starting to appear. We must be nearly there. What does it say on the GPS? Okay, 1-2 miles to go. Oh, and we are more than 5 knots. The wind's picked up. That's good news. So hopefully I'll be there before 1700 hours and have a good rest. Still, wonderful day sailing. That must be Mount Larcombe. I think so. But anyhow, Mount Larcombe is one of the landmarks. Sometimes I use the compass instead of landmarks. The heading for this sector is 310 degrees. There we go, 310, 310. That's a magnetic 310. So I'm a little bit off course now, 300. I'll have to turn to the starboard to bring 310 to line up with the yellow mark. Now I'm over. Okay, now spot on. There you go. 310. Right on 310. Okay, today the swell is less than 1 meter and it's not breaking. No white caps because the wind is gentle. I'm getting about 9 to 10 knot winds. Relative 6. And boat speed is up to 6, 5.8. 6.3. So that's pretty good. As you can see, the swell is less than 1 meter. Very comfortable, and they're not breaking. Right. Round Hill is just there, if you can see it, starting to appear. Bluey performs well in moderate winds between or around 15 or maybe 17. up to 20. So it's moderate winds that Bluey performs well. Ideally 17, 15 is perfect. What we're getting now is relative wind 9 and the boat speed is 6 or 7. So 9, 6 is 15 to 17 knots. It's perfect for Bluey. Excellent sailing now. Beautiful. So if you want to come sailing with me, I'll be looking for between 15 to 17 knot winds, and you will really enjoy going for a run in Bluey. There is a thick fog at the moment, 5 miles into Round Hill Creek. Visibility will be down to maybe 1 nautical mile. I'll have to really keep a lookout for other boats if there is any. Call in to Round Hill Creek on the radio, and they have locked me in. As soon as I get closer to Round Hill, I will report and get the tide reading. Now Bluey draft is 900 for safety, maybe 1.2. High tide at Round Hill is 2:34 p.m. So if I arrived at 4 o'clock, 4:30, the water level at that time would be 1.4 meters, and the chart reading at low tide at Round Hill Creek is 0.4. So 1.4, 1 plus 1.4 is 1.8. So that still allows me another 0.9 of safety margin. So plenty of draft, plenty of height going into the creek. Well, you wouldn't read about this. As I approach Round Hill Head, the fog has almost passed Round Hill, and this is Round Hill. Clear skies. So I should have no problems now with visibility. Round the hill, some houses on the side of the hill, and it's round at the head, almost rounding the head. Rounding the head. We'll have to radio in soon. VMR Round Hill, VMR Round Hill. This is Bluey, rounding the head to the north, over. Going into Round Hill Creek. Instruction was to follow the markers and anchor near the camping grounds. Going in. First marker on the starboard side. Depth at the moment. .3. 4.3. 4.5. Keep this to the starboard and stay away from the port side. Lots of rocks. Next marker. Past the first buoy. Next marker ahead. A red buoy. That will have to be on my port side. Depth warning. It's now 2.4. 2.4. Buoy is 1 meter. Okay, right on track as per the GPS. Marker passed. Next marker. The second and the third marker, the depth is 2.9 meters to take note, coming out at different times. Well, approaching the third marker. At the third marker, the depth 8.4. Green buoy on starboard. Fourth marker coming up. Approaching fourth marker. Still on track. GPS is very accurate. Depth 7.2, 7.1, 7.3. Fourth marker coming up. Sandbanks, very shallow on the port side. Shallow depth warning 2.1. I think I will anchor here in front of the caravan park. That's the caravan park. Good beach landing area. Might be able to get some supplies. 1.6 meters.